To the Magic
Right.
Hour. Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Again, welcome everyone to the Magic Hour with Anna Stone and
Hello.
Stephanie Siren. And we're here tonight talking about what, Anna?
We're going to be talking about the differences between the characteristics and differences between ghosts, spirits, and ancestors, and
Right.
whatever else comes up, right?
Right. Whatever else pops up into our conversation,
Right.
because we get pretty deep into the rabbit holes in our chat, that's for sure.
Right.
And it's
Well,
so
let's just
welcome whoever's here right now with us. Lala
hi.
Mama, thank
Hi,
you
Lama.
for tuning in.
Yeah.
And
Hit the like
I'll
button.
get to the healings and readings at the end of our podcast tonight.
Right. Hit the like button.
Yeah, hit the like,
Yeah.
please, and
Please.
share.
Pretty please. Likey. Yeah. So, okay. So I guess that's like this topic is interesting because honestly you told me and I was like, "Oh, okay, makes sense." But like I know that there's a difference because they have different names. Ghosts and spirits are
Mhm.
not the same thing. But like how are they different? I don't know that a lot of people know this. I think people use that term interchangeably, right?
Yeah.
Um, but they're not the same, right? That's what you were saying to me, and I'm like,
No.
"Okay, makes sense." So, why don't you share with
Okay.
everybody what it means? Yeah, what the
Right.
difference is.
Okay. So, I did get lucky having that gift in the family spoken about because then
Mhm.
I could like determine what's what.
Right.
And so ghosts are earthbound spirits. They're the
Okay.
ones that didn't cross over. There's also things that we would call like energetic overlays, which is
Okay.
kind of like a time loop
Oh,
of
yeah.
something
Like
happening
the
over and
echo?
over again.
Yeah.
That would be like a ghost event, like places like we have Pacheco Pass here in California that a
Yeah.
lot of people experience.
The same thing.
The same thing over
Right.
and over
Yeah.
again of a haunting being played out
Right.
over, like,
Right.
it's yeah,
Yeah, that's like a feedback loop, like a
right,
impression on the environment that's just replayed when those conditions are right, right? Like, I think that's what that is.
correct,
But it's not
correct.
interactive, it's not aware of you, it's
No,
just,
it's
it's like
just
an
a
impression.
yes, it's just like a record on replay over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna be doing readings at the end of the podcast, guys. At our end, 20
Yeah.
minutes till the end, we'll be
Oh,
answering all
shit.
those questions, but for now, we're talking about ghosts, spirits, and ancestors, and
And
who
how they
we
talk to us.
yeah, and how we connect and what they're like and what they look like. But the ghosts that are earthbound, you can help them cross over, and
Right.
I think, Anna, you've had experience with that.
Yeah, I have, unfortunately. I mean, I guess fortunately, but unfortunately also, 'cause it's sad. But yeah, yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, fortunately, in the way that, they see you, they know that you have a gift because anybody with a gift, they see them like they're a beam of light,
yeah, it
like a
sucks.
pillar of light.
Yeah. Well, it
Yeah,
causes a lot of turmoil in your life before you know that yourself,
right.
because then you're just, like, living in haunted houses and terrified all the time. Uh, but it's funny how that stops the minute you embrace that role. Like, I can't even with that was so crazy to me. I was, like, tormented for 38 years, literally. And then, my mother-in-law, my daughter's grandmother, we're not her dad and I aren't married, but I just call her that for, you know, ease,
Mhm.
okay? My daughter's grandmother is a voodoo priestess, and she told me that. She's like, "You, they're coming for you. It's not the house, it's you." And I'm like,
Right.
"Thanks. Thanks a lot. Okay, thank you for freaking saying that. Great." So I can't escape it, right? And like, she's like, you gotta do it. You gotta like own it, and then they'll stop." And I was like,
Mhm.
"Okay, sure." So like, if I just say, "Okay, hey guys, fine. Yeah, I'll talk to you," they'll stop, like doing this stuff around the house. And she's like, "Yeah," and I did not listen to her. And so I went another year of my life being absolutely in hell, and then finally I had, like, broke my moment where was just so scared, I was terrified. I'm not even gonna lie, I was in tears, like, I was hysterical, like, stuff was happening around the house. In the daytime, nighttime, didn't matter who's there. It was terrifying
Yeah.
to me. It was terrifying
Yeah.
to me, and I And I was like I was breaking. And my friend Maggie was there and she's like, Emma, you stop it. She grabbed me, like, and she's like, don't you dare cry. Like I don't know how she was so calm. She was totally terrified also, but um that's when I broke. And I was like, fine, fuck it. Fine, okay. I was like, fine. Like, you guys, I can see you. I know, like, yeah, fine, whatever. I guess I can talk to ghosts. And as soon as I said that, literally, like that was the end of it. Like everything stopped. Like it was ridiculous. I was so irritated that I was wrong, and could have been better off for a whole year, but I decided to like be stubborn.
Yeah, but it goes against everything we're taught though, right?
Yes. Well,
It's like
I was a freaking scientist for the I mean, literally a research scientist in neuroscience, neural engineering for 20 years. Like I worked in black and white. This is true, this is not true. Like despite the experiences in my life, despite the weird stuff, despite liking, reading tarot cards and stuff that those things didn't mix together for me. Like that was one aspect of myself that was completely separate from my professional, you know what I mean? They weren't integrated in any way. And I was, yeah, I didn't believe it. And it can't be true. Can't be true. Like because science says
right,
it's not. I was really stuck in that. I think it was a defense mechanism, honestly, because it was so scary for me to ponder, like, the idea that it was real, that I was
right.
happily turning to science to be like, "No, it says it's not real, so I'm just gonna deny all of my experiences,"
And then
and
we have
gaslight myself.
quantum physics. Dun dun
I
dun.
know. I just got out of cosmology class right now, where we're literally talking about ghosts. That's what we're talking about, and how quantum entanglement, non-locality, bystander effect, all of those things, or observer effect rather, um, can support ghosts and psychic phenomena. And
Right,
I'm just like, wow, here we are. Because honestly, it is the same thing. Like science and magic are just two sides of the same coin, viewed in different ways. Like I think science gives us the ability to uh, maybe understand it, and magic gives us the ability to experience it. If that makes sense.
right.
Like, right? Yeah. And I think,
Yeah, and we have a whole episode on that
yeah,
actually
we
that we
do.
can find on YouTube that
Hmm.
really gets in depth with that. And then I was going to explain how I receive spirit.
Yeah.
So
How do you?
spirit is able to whisper in my ear.
Hmm.
Spirit is able to connect with me clairaudiently.
Yeah.
And they don't look as clear as a ghost would.
Okay.
They're behind a veil.
There's shimmery, like smudgy,
Yes.
like
Shimmery or
kelp.
smoky.
Yeah. Okay. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a
And
glimpse of it rather than like a full-on
and
image.
usually spirit is higher pitched or faster with their words because the frequency is higher.
Okay. The faster with the so because when I hear sometimes they talk so fast and it's all one word. There's no space in between the words. It's like blah,
Right.
blah, blah, like one long run-on word, right?
Mhm.
Is that is that what you're talking about? Like that? They talk
Yes,
really
yes.
fast?
I actually have to ask them sometimes to slow
Stop.
down,
Yep.
because I have to remind them, "Hey, I'm in a human body, and
Right.
so I'm slower." Because when we're not in the human body, we go at that frequency. We go super fast.
And we're not even talking. We're it's mind thoughts.
Right,
Mind
it's
thoughts.
just infused knowledge, boom, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah. What's
right.
confusing, Blue Portal?
Yeah, ask us, ask away. And, then with ancestors,
Uh-huh.
this is a whole different one. With ancestors, you will feel them behind you.
Oh, like back of your neck behind you, like coming up on
Yes,
you?
or putting a hand on your shoulder behind you.
Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, does that happen like static cling? You know how static cling attaches? That's happened a few times where I've just been sitting here and all of a sudden like my shirt will start to cling to my out of nowhere, cling to my back in one specific area and it feels literally like there's static cling or
Mhm.
someone's light hand like, touching me and I'm like, "Oh, hey." Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So you're saying that when you hear it
It
also it's
won't.
confusing.
That
Yeah.
means that it probably either doesn't understand what you're saying or it's so excited that it got somebody who can hear it that it still doesn't know how to slow down.
Yeah. It won't. It won't yeah, maybe it's you or maybe It's young? I don't know. Like, I have no idea because, like, it's like charades almost, right? Sometimes,
It's
like
always charades. We're
yeah,
always playing charades with the other side, basically. I mean, if you're clairvoyant, it's like I see symbols, I see movies, I see pop culture references, I
yep,
even see cartoons.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, I
and
mean
usually the cartoons are the ones that are like gods or goddesses because they can't show you their face correctly because you might freak the F out. So, of course, it's going to be filtered.
right,
Um, yeah.
that makes
So
sense.
it's quite interesting. I've talked to other psychics who experience the same thing, who have clairvoyance.
Right. Yeah, like, it's like for me, like a still shot sometimes it's a still shot picture of, like, a scene. That scene has enough information within it for me to extrapolate what it's saying, I guess. Sometimes it's like a
Mhm.
little movie, like, maybe 3 or 4 frames, and then sometimes it's just a knowing. I don't know how to even say that, like, right, but it's just like, I just, like, boom, it's there. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe that, actually. I don't know if I'm hearing it, if I'm seeing it. Like, I can't really tell the difference sometimes. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know
Yeah,
how it's
because
being put
we're
in my head.
going well, like, I like to say that we're going liminal, right? Because
Right,
basically we're tapping into other dimensions while still maintaining the car.
right. This is why we have short-term memory issues.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Hi,
Hey,
oh, an East Coast witch. Hello,
nice.
hello.
Welcome, welcome. Thanks for being
Um,
here.
yeah. So, and I say that when I'm channeling, it feels like I'm driving a car from the back seat.
Oh, I feel like I'm underwater, like or walking through water or sand, like, everything's slow for me, like, really slow. Like, I have to, like, move my head takes a lot of energy. Moving my you know what I mean? I don't know, like, I feel like I'm, like, on a sedative almost, like,
Yeah.
I yeah, it's weird, like, heavy, very heavy. And I
Interesting.
what? Is that
Uh,
let's see,
huh?
songs. Oh, are you talking about the comment or what?
No, about you being feeling like you're underwater. It's just so interesting to me
It's
because
like
for me
slut.
it's like a feeling of just being in the back seat and just chilling while whoever needs to step in to use the viewfinder or whatever,
Right.
does.
Yeah, mine's like I can still move or, like I move it, but it takes so much effort, like a lot until I come out of that. Like, I don't know what that means, but I don't know. I have no clue. This is all pretty new to me, at least admitting it, right?
Right.
That's
Right.
the thing. Um,
How do we know that spirit is getting a hold of us, guys? Like, have any of you had any stories where like
yeah.
without a shadow of a doubt that it was spirit contacting you? Or do you now have questions like maybe it was an ancestor, maybe it was a ghost? Like, what are your experiences? I'd love to hear it in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Because I
because
don't think
Anna
I
and I
ever
can
really
talk here
know.
all day, but we want to hear about you
Yeah.
guys too.
But like even for us, remember that one show we did where the lady came on and I had seen the kid in my house earlier the night before?
Yes. Yes.
And it was her son that had died? Yeah. Like, that was
Mhm.
so hard for me, really hard. Uh, some spirits no, not
Yes.
spirits, like, that's, like where are they like, the astral is, like, the intermediary, right? Like,
Right.
between
Like, well, the spirits can visit you there in your dreams in the astral.
sure.
So I wanna address this question.
Yeah,
Okay. So when people astral project and go to the astral realm, is that the same place spirits are? Yes, because it's like a grand central station,
yeah,
like a meeting area. Because astral travel, astral realms are like a busy subway station.
right. It's not where they hang out, but, like, it's where they have to go through to get elsewhere, right? Like, that's my
Or to
understanding of it.
communicate.
Yeah, right. But I think that
And
the lower
so
vibrational things are there mostly, like, that's where they kinda hang
right,
out, right? Yeah.
right. And so, like, where they actually are is in the fourth dimension where it's eternity. There is no time, none at all. It's just forever dusk and feels very blissful, but they can travel at will just by thought.
Yeah, you travel at the speed of thought. Literally, I know that for sure.
Yes.
I did that. That was crazy. Um, that that's
I'm
so
gonna
cool
see
though.
what
I
this
like I
one
missed that
says.
part. Being dead.
I saw a stationary black orb the size of a basketball in a
Mm,
dark hallway in my home. Curious if you have any feelings on what it was.
mm.
Yeah, we have spirits. Well, I shouldn't call that a spirit.
Yeah, I don't know
We
about that one.
have daemons and demons all over this planet.
Right.
And sometimes they show up and they're not all bad. And this one was not malevolent or anything like that. It just was. It was almost like an egg, like a new one or something.
You. Yeah, like a inner yeah, like I when I've seen them, they've been like that too. Like just like a amorphous blob. Um, yeah, like I've seen that, and it was like the size of probably about a basketball. Yeah, probably was. Remember when I saw my ex's like house right at the end there when it like scurried
Mhm.
under the bed? I was like, what the hell was that? Like I thought it was an animal. I legit thought it was like an actual physical animal, but it wasn't. It was some black thing, and I was like, oh, that's not good.
It's
Like,
a blob. No,
uh,
yeah, I get you. I actually so my first encounter with anything like that was a very giant demon that filled the hallway at my grandparents' house.
yeah,
Like he was so big and winged and just giant.
sounds like an angel.
Like, yeah, like an
Right.
angel if it was covered in like black bat skin. Like that was the best way I could describe
Yeah,
it.
I mean, the angels in the Bible are terrifying, like, literally, they're covered in eyeballs or just a whole bunch of weird stuff, like, they would terrify you if you saw them in real like, if that's really how they, are, like,
Right.
no thanks.
It
Um,
looks like a Chernabog. Like, I don't know if you know what that is.
like, nope, sure don't, but, like, I think I can picture it in my head for some reason, I don't know why, but, I feel like it's like a
Disney's
troll.
Fantasia. It's like,
There you go. Yeah, okay, yeah.
that
That's
thing on the mountain that,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
sings
yeah, like
all.
Night on Bald Mountain, that freaking
Yes.
monster with that music. Yes, I do
Yes.
know. The Bible is
Okay.
terrifying. This is true. Yes. It's that way on
Um,
purpose. That's the goal.
right?
Yeah, and it is. But, like, yeah, so but, like, so ghosts are gonna come so a ghost is gonna come like, so when I see ghosts, I realize now, because after talking to Stephanie about this topic, I was like, "Oh, okay, so I get it now." When I see ghosts, I think there's someone in my house. Like, legitimately, I thought, there's a person in my house. There's a person in full color, not see-through, like, a person that's in my house that I saw for an instant, like, just for an instant. I saw
Mhm.
everything that they're wearing, how they look, what their, like, emotions look like, like, how their facial expressions are, whatever. But then they're not there anymore. Like, I see them, and then they're gone in the blink of an eye, and I'm like, "Oh, shit, there's someone in my house." Like, it's startling, right? Those are ghosts, right? Like, those are the ones that are coming to you for some reason, like, to get help? I don't know, maybe, or just to mess with you? I'm not sure.
Well, they either have unfinished business, right? Or they're linked to something and don't know that that thing has moved on or that that thing doesn't matter anymore, you know?
Right. Yeah,
And,
yeah.
so I've seen ghosts that I've had to clear out of houses where they just honestly thought the house was still theirs and they didn't know they were dead. And
Yeah, I
so
can see how that would happen. I can see that. Like,
yeah.
because when I died, I didn't like I said, I didn't have this rescue circle people talk about. Like, I didn't have that.
Mhm.
Nobody came to get me. Um, and I could have not gone where I went. Like, I literally could it was like a choice. I was like, I could stay in this room with my body, or I could go over there, and, like, I went over there. But I didn't go in a tunnel either. There was no tunnel either. So, like, I was just in another place. But I could see how if I wasn't myself, right, and I was a little bit more, like, not as well versed in all this stuff, I guess, maybe, like, I could see how my body didn't look I was aware it was me, right, but it didn't look like me anymore because my soul's gone out of it, like, so, you know how when people die okay, when you lose someone and you go to their funeral and they look weird, like, in the casket,
Yes,
like, they don't look like themselves anymore?
waxy doll like, yeah.
They're like a shell. because the essence of them is no longer there, right? Like, so
Right.
that's how I looked. Like my body, I could tell it was me, but like it didn't it didn't look how I think I look, right? At all. Like I looked lifeless, like just different, right? So I could see how if you are really detached from spirituality or something like that, that you could maybe not get that that body's yours, you know? In fact, actually I had a reading, my boyfriend, when I first met him, the first thing I did, that's how we met. I gave him a reading, and his friend had passed away, and that's what I saw happen with him. He didn't know he was dead. He saw a guy on the couch and thought, "Who the hell is this guy in my house?" He didn't understand it was him,
Right. Yeah.
and yeah, until the people came and found him, and then that's when he saw like the reactions of the people he cared about, and then that's when he realized he was deceased. And like, so I can see that. I mean, I have seen that. Um, so they're like need help, right? I mean, at that point, like
Right.
you would need help to like go,
Somebody like yourself or myself who knows how to do that and help
right?
them cross over. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's they do it themselves. They're the ones doing it, but you just have to let them know that they have the ability to do that because they're still in
Right.
their human brain at that point, right? They're still thinking in human terms of like the stuff we've been taught is not real, right? Our
Right.
whole lives. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. How how can oh yeah, so hang on, I see a couple things. Like sometimes I get sudden memories of someone who's passed that I once knew with additional input I didn't know. Yeah, that can happen. Like
Absolutely, because if somebody's passed, the easiest way for them to get a hold of you is through your dreams.
mhm,
So anytime you've dreamed of somebody who's passed, I assure you it usually means that they were there with you in that dream,
probably. Yeah.
giving you
Yeah.
information.
Yeah, especially if you have new information if you have information suddenly, then yeah. And then let's see, where did I see the other one? This one. Hmm? I dreamt with my grandparent, a cousin years ago, and my dad last year. I know it's real. I don't dream of anything weird. I'm having an entire conversation with them. Okay, yeah. I mean, so yeah, again, like I think because we know that these experiences are startling and like possibly foundation shaking, right? That
Right.
we try to ease like people that care about us are not going to just show up. Like I mean, imagine okay, it's like imagine you're just like at your house all like doing your thing, and all of a sudden, boom, there's your freaking deceased family members like in your face. That would probably give you a heart attack and you'd end up dead. So that's not what they want. Like they wanted to get you a message, not to kill you, right? Of like shock. So they're going to find the path of least resistance, which is always going to be in the dream state. That's just because
It
we're
just
open.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, we're open then. Like
We're
we're not
very open.
rational mind's not online, literally not online. It's doing
Right.
another thing. It's repairing us.
Well,
It's doing all the stuff.
it's tapped in where it needs it to be, which can be completely different than what we're used to.
Yeah. This question here, how do you tell what spirits live in and around my house? I mean, it depends
How
on
can we tell or how can you tell SSSS? Because like we need to know what you want, what you're asking specifically.
yeah. Yeah, Liz, I had a dream like that with my uncle after he passed away. And I knew when I woke up, I was like in tears, like happy tears. I was like, "Thank you so much for coming to me," because there's no way, no one could ever convince me that that was a dream. Like that was 100% real. Like I, there's no way, like no freaking way. Um, it feels different than a dream. It feels totally different. It's it's something that never leaves your memory at that point when you have those actual moments like that. Yeah. So how do you tell if they're spirits? I mean, like I ask, like who's here? You know,
Yeah.
uh, who's here? I mean, and then I sometimes will hear it in my head. You know, sometimes I'll see it somehow, like a name flash or something. And then sometimes I'm using one of those spirit boxes, and then they come on that thing, and terrifies me. Always makes me jump like crazy,
I
like
don't
totally.
use spirit boxes. I just communicate with whoever like comes in.
Oh, let's see here. She's saying this. Do you think someone's already there, or
Yep.
you just
Okay, I see what you're saying now. Well, there's two ways to approach this because you could approach the spirit of your home,
Right?
or you could approach spirits that are in your home. If there's spirits in your home, you would know by activity. Okay? If you want to approach the spirit of your home, it's a great thing to do actually, and that's what I do as a witch with any home I live in is I connect with the spirit of the home. And because what that does is it creates a living thing. Like your home becomes a living thing that lives symbiotically to you and starts responding to your needs. But also beware when you do that because if there's people that it doesn't like because they're no good for you, it will take it out on them.
Yeah.
But I would say if there's no activity in your home, then light a candle, talk to your house, tell it
Yeah.
it's your house. Tell it it's safe and that it is plentiful and abundant and happy, and watch how things start to get even better. Like it just will happen because our words are so real. Like
Yeah.
everything happens. Does it work to call angels and spirit guides to protect your house? Yes, but I'm going to say something about that. You need to protect your house
Yeah.
because it needs to be you who is the most feared witch of your
Right.
hut.
Right.
Okay?
You can ask
You
for
need to be
reinforcements for yourself.
I command this space. This is mine. Get the F out,
Yeah.
whoever, is
Yeah.
not welcome.
Yeah. And you can ask your ancestors and spirit guides for support for your support in that, but
Yes.
you are absolutely like it like this is what I anytime someone's like, do a protection spell for me. No, do it yourself. Because I what it's not me that's asking for protection. Like it's about, like you have to assert your power there. Like it's because if you're just like, oh, I don't think I have the power, then guess what? You don't.
And
Like simple.
and
Like right. Like you
having
have to know it.
a mother or a grandmother or even aunties or anybody like that who's prayed over you is enough to feel what's the word I'm looking for? Highly favored and highly protected as long as you claim your space.
Yeah. Yeah. You have
That's
to
the most powerful thing. Like sometimes I have clients who I tell them, I'm like, guess what? You're a mom, get on your knees and start pleading with the god or goddess that you need to get this thing done because it is the thing that will bless your family for generations. So make sure that you have a working relationship with your home and your space as you command it.
yeah, absolutely. I mean it yeah, you can't it because you're here in the physical now. So that matters. Like it matters. Like um because if you're trying to have protection from in the physical, like in the on the other side, like, sure, they can help you out, right? On that side. But when it comes to affecting you directly, like, yeah, it has to be you. You have to know that your power is the word. Like what you say goes, right? Like that's what like that's what I do too. I was like, anytime there's anything acting up in my house, I'll be like, dude, you want me to kick you out? Because I will stop. You mean like literally, like it's like you're talking to a teenager. Right?
Yeah.
Like I mean, I yell at them. Like I'll be like, don't even do not do that. Like, I will kick you out. You will get excised
Oh,
from my presence.
I do walk through my house and sage it and say, anybody that's here that's not for my highest good,
Yeah.
get the fuck out.
Oh yeah. It's every time
And
I do
I
any kind
just
of ritual, I do that afterwards because you
yeah.
never know what comes in with that stuff. So I always try to clear that out after. Yeah.
Also, just, wiping the energy off
Mhm.
of yourself is really great. Just like I know it looks strange, but you're actually like cleansing your auric field when you do
Right.
that or when you shake.
Yeah. I mean,
So
they
it's
teach
very
massage therapists
helpful.
that to do that. So like it's not that crazy. Like feathering off someone's energy. Right. It's a thing.
It is.
I have a video on this channel about it. It's called simple cleansing ritual. Like it's 5 minutes long. Show you how to do it really fast and super easy. Looks a little silly, but whatever. It works. So,
It works
you know,
very well and it's very helpful, and energetic hygiene is a must,
yeah,
especially if you're a practitioner or somebody who's gifted like ourselves, because everything likes to come to us.
right. Yeah, and sometimes you don't know that it's not even you. Like, that you could be in a funk, right? Like a bad, have a day where just everything's annoying you, everything's irritating you, and you're like, you can't pinpoint why, and maybe it's because it's not even yours. Maybe it just got picked
Mhm.
up on the way, I mean, like, our, energy field extends about 6 feet out from us, so and anyone that walks within 6 feet of you is literally brushing up against your energy field. You can see this on one of those cameras that shows, like, your, the thermal
That
cameras, right,
that
whatever.
brings me to, like, the whole idea of 6 feet apart. That's kinda creepy.
I know. I know. I thought that immediately when they said 6 feet apart, I was like, "Interesting measurement there," like, because that's the standard accepted because, like, despite magic and stuff being, like, considered silly in the scientific field, the energy that we do have around us is an absolutely scientifically validated thing, okay? So, like, your aura, or they'll call it your EMF field, is a real thing, and that can be
Yeah,
proven over and over again. So, this is not woo-woo, this is not witchcraft, this is science, and, like, so, yeah, 6 feet. So, anyone that walks within your 6 feet is rubbing up against your energy field and vice versa, and if you walk by someone that's a freaking foul person, I don't know, like, maybe it can just kinda like, I always, like, Pigpen from Charlie Brown, like, had little dust clouds around him, 'cause he's all dirty. I feel like
mhm.
it's like that. It's like we pick up
It
these little, like,
is.
dust bunnies of people's shit all day long, and then they just kinda keep accumulating and accumulating until we have, like, some kind of, problem, like, we're, like, in a bad mood, and we don't know why, and then it's like, "Oh, because it's not even my
True.
shit, it's all these other people's stuff, and I haven't been clearing off my space," right? Like, and I'm bringing it home too to
Right.
everybody else. Thanks. Thanks, mom.
Yep.
Like
And also it's important to curate your online experience too, so that you're not experiencing, just
true.
drama or negativity or
That's true.
anything like that that's just unwanted and unwarranted and unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, like, as someone in psychology, I can't tell you the amount of crazy studies there are about the impact of emotional health, emotional well-being with social media. It's outrageous to me. Like, I
Oh
would never
yeah.
I'm lucky I was oh my gosh, I was lucky I was born in the late '70s, so, like, I grew up without internet, thank God, without cameras everywhere, and then, like, in my early adult years, it became a thing, right? So, like, I can, either way is fine with me. I don't give a shit. If you don't like my stuff, I don't care. It's not gonna kill me, but, like, I had a student I was teaching high school, and this student I heard in the hallway was crying, like, hysterically, and I was like, "Oh my god, did her parents die?" Like, I swear to God, I thought some horrible thing had happened to her, and I was like, "Oh my god, so and so, what's wrong?" She goes, "Nicole has more likes than I do," and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I was so annoyed. I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" And she was, like, in tears, and I was like, "Oh my what is wrong with you?" Like, and then, man, like, I mean, we had kids go to, addiction centers for technology. Like, you guys don't let the internet affect you like that, like, please, like, I mean, it's the internet. Nobody's legit
Right.
on the internet. Like, I
But
mean,
but
my shit's all
honestly,
legit. I put all my crazy stuff out there. I'm me, like, but there are people that don't. There's people that just only highlight the good stuff in their lives, and if you're trying to measure up to that, like, that's totally pointless. Like, it just oh my god, just yeah, don't. Like, that I
not
think internet
necessary.
right now would be a big one more than being out rubbing it up against people. I think you're right. I think internet would be more impactful right now on people than would be just out and about stuff. You know what I mean?
True. True.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean,
Oh, on to ancestors. Let's
yeah,
talk about that.
okay,
Okay.
ancestors.
So,
And who are
ancestors.
they, first of all?
First of all, your ancestors are usually about 10 generations back.
So you don't know
Okay.
them.
And no, you don't know them. And what you do is you start with, say, an altar for your great grandparents. Like you start
Mhm.
there. Okay. And then you trace the roots back as far as you can go in that respect and get into the culture of what they would have lived like. And you create an altar or an ofrenda for it. And you put out things that would honor your dead. And
Right.
what that does is shows them that you're putting up offerings. Like if there's a favorite food, family food, or flour or something like that, put it on the altar, put pictures on the altar, put pomegranates on the altar because it's the fruit of the underworld so that they can pass on through and come talk to you.
Right.
Back and forth, like Persephone, right? Like Hades gave
Yeah.
her the pomegranate, the fruit of the underworld, right?
Yeah.
And it granted her passage down there, but then it was Hecate who brought her back
Or
up.
back up. Yeah.
Yeah.
With her torch. Yep. Torch. Yes. Ooh, I just got chills from that. I don't know why. I just did though. What the heck? Why is that happening? Yeah, I mean, this is like so ancestors. I had an assignment at school for my master's in consciousness to connect with my ancestors, and I was like, great, fantastic. I'm gonna get graded on this shit. This isn't gonna work. Right? Totally against it. I was like, I don't want to do this. This is dumb. and he's like, you have to. This guy's amazing. His name's Jürgen Krimmer. Like, he's a German dude. He's like a shaman, but he won't call himself that because he's white. He refuses. But he's definitely been initiated and all that stuff. But he's like, Anna, you got to do it. It's for grade. Just do a thing, like look up your lineage, find out like what kind of offering you'd give, whatever. So I couldn't find anything, so I just made up one. I was like, I'm gonna just hand cut. I'm gonna make my own incense. Okay, I'm gonna just hand cut a whole bunch of freaking flowers and it ended up being really amazing incense. By the way, it's amazing. Okay, but I made that for them and I put a little note in the jar and I was like, come talk to me in my dreams or something. Tell me what I should do, like for study, like what path should I be studying from my lineage, right? Whatever for this assignment. And I went to bed and I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. It worked. I couldn't believe it. I had a dream and some guy came to me and was telling me all this stuff. And I was like, I woke up, I was like, oh shit. Like, I can't believe that just happened. And thus I was able to write my report and get an A. And so like,
Nice.
yeah, like it works. So you have to like do an effort, but you have to make an effort. Like you have to, because they can't, from what I understand, they can't interact with you unless you ask for interaction, right? Like they can watch, but they can't do anything until you explicitly ask for assistance. Correct? Is that
Right.
right? Is that your understanding as well? Right.
Yes, yes. Like they can't interact on your behalf until you welcome them in.
Oh, and they're not all good though, right? Aren't some of the ancestors could not be the best? So you need to be careful about like asking
Yeah,
for
you
ones
gotta
that
be
are.
careful, but also ancestors come in different flavors. Like, I mean, you had a really interesting encounter with one of mine.
Oh yeah, yeah, I
Oh,
did. That was crazy. She was speaking Hungarian or Romanian, and I could understand what she was saying, and she hit me.
Albanian.
Okay, fine, yeah, Albanian, sure. She hit me with the spoon, a wooden spoon, like on my hand, was yelling at me. And I was like, what the hell is happening right now? Like, not really in real life, guys, like, but like in my mind's eye, she smacked me with a spoon and was telling me something. I don't remember what she said, but yeah. And she had like
She
really
was
bad hands with arthritis, right? She had like really
yes,
arthritis-y hands. Like, yeah.
yes.
Yep. I remember that
Yeah,
part.
she had
That was weird.
14 children.
That was one of the first times that's happened, actually. Yeah, that was
And
weird.
she showed up again when we had Kendra on
Right.
last, I believe. And she was doing a protection spell over us because there was somebody that wasn't so cool in the audience that night. I
Was it?
remember that. Yeah. So it was like an onion curse.
Dissociation. Okay, yeah. My friend. Yeah. So, okay, like we're almost time. It's almost time to get. I had a dream where my boyfriend's ancestors visited me, but they were all female and very ancient. They were walking me through an old house and telling me, "Yeah, you have ancestors." Oh, okay. I was like, "You gave birth to yourself." Okay, that's funny.
How to fix it
Uh
up. You know what this could have meant? Yes,
oh,
I'll take this one.
right.
So houses in dreams always mean ourselves or the person that we're speaking of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And if they're very ancient and they're showing you how to fix up this house, they're showing you a way,
Yep.
like a way to do things.
Mm-hmm.
So the house is you, actually. It's not
Yep.
even your boyfriend. Your boyfriend's ancestors are just coming in.
Yeah. Because you're probably related. Like seriously. Right? I mean, we're related. We found
We
out.
are.
So I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be rude. Like I'm dead serious. Like we found out that we're related. Like what the hell? Like we're not even
Yeah,
in the same
we
ethnic
didn't even
background.
think that
Like
could
what
be
the heck? But we are.
possible.
Yeah. 10,
Yeah.
10, 12 generations ago, we have the same
12
ancestors. So like,
generations.
yeah, Fitz Allen. Somebody named Fitz Allen. So like this is so probably there's some kind of connection in there, and they're probably just your ancestors, like, but they came to you, like, maybe it's easier for you to hear it from your boyfriend's ancestors, you know what I mean? Like, than it being
Yeah.
your own, right? Like, because of that
Especially, I mean, if we're talking 12 generations back or more, which it sounds like it's more because it's ancient,
ancient,
it's
right?
gonna be more likely that you guys share some ancestry, but
Right.
that's not, like, gross or,
Not
like,
like
evil
that, I
towards
didn't mean it like that,
anyone.
like that, yeah, because
Yeah,
it's so far back, like, I mean, we're all related.
related.
We
Um,
are all related, so somehow, some way, but
but
yeah,
definitely the house is you, and they're
yep,
trying to give you messages about how to take care of yourself.
yep,
So I
yeah,
would definitely listen to them, and
mhm.
it can seem like they're giving you analogies, but just write them down. Keep a dream journal.
Yeah. Because then it'll make sense at some point, you'll be like, "Oh, that's what that meant." Like, it's a metaphor, right? Like, they're giving you, like, metaphors
Mhm.
for things that maybe they don't have language for back then that we have now, I mean, think about it, like, if you're ancient and you come out to this world and you're, like, seeing all the shit we have, like, what the hell is that stuff? You don't know. So, you have to, like, do your best. It's charades. It's back to the charades again, so you have to decode some of that, but yeah, it's absolutely about you. Any house, always, the house is you, right? That's the thing.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
before I went on my spiritual awakening and journey, like, I dreamt of a haunted house, like, falling apart all the time with portals in it. And I
yeah,
knew that that was like, "Hey, you got a lot of stuff to work out, kiddo."
yeah, well, that's the thing, yeah, yeah, you gotta figure out how, like, to do that.
He's a
Okay.
boyfriend. Hi, Todd. You're, her
Oh, hey,
boyfriend.
hi, hi, Todd, nice to have you here too.
That's sweet.
How sweet. How cute. Um, okay, you guys have questions now? It's 20 oh, we're a little bit
Yeah,
over, but,
we're
like,
open
yeah,
to
so put your
questions
questions in the
now,
chat.
everybody.
Yep, yep, and
So
then we'll get
give
to
us your questions about anything, any psychic questions you need from us or healing.
yeah,
I'm doing healings tonight if anybody needs them.
okay, yeah, hit the like button, guys, come on.
Yeah, and hit the like button.
Let's see.
Okay, SSSS, messages do my ancestors have for
Mm.
me? Well, first of all, I'm hearing that you need to wear bigger earrings. And they're showing me like these wraps around their necks, like this like red silk and gold is what I'm seeing. Like scarves, maybe. I'm not quite sure, but they definitely have gold rings around their necks.
Damn it.
And there's several of them. And Anna, you're throwing me off.
Sorry, I lost my cards. I got gold rings too in the image.
Uh, so, what messages do my ancestors have for me? Okay. So, anyways, they're watching over you, they're supporting you. Um, they say that you need to listen to your gut more. Anna, do you have anything for this one?
Yeah, like if you're like currently kind of stuck in something or like not sure how to go forward or proceed with something, um like something about like there's like the judgment here, so I think it's the advice would be like to stop worrying so much about what other people think about a situation and like go with your own desire on it, like what you want to do. Don't worry what other people think about you or something like this. Also because like you have that Queen of Wands energy, but like you need to discover that because it's like y- I don't know, like too shielded by like worry about what other people think or something. But like it's saying like you need to go inside like, and think about like how who cares what other people think, like who cares. You have like they're saying, yeah, like that's what I'm getting, like that they're saying that if you're stuck, then maybe look at like if you're spending too much time worried about what other people are thinking about it, because it's not about other people, it's by you, and you need to put yourself first. Not that. Let's see.
I wanted
Okay, so hopefully
to
that helps. Is there beauty in
let's
everything? Almost
see.
everything.
I was gonna address this one actually, do
Okay,
the
go
little
ahead.
and everything.
Yes.
As a psychic, I'm gonna answer it. So yes and no.
Right.
Um, there are horrific things that I have seen in this world, but there is beauty available everywhere. Like, if I'm able to have a gratitude mindset where I can be thankful for the sun shining or for the blade of grass growing by my feet or for the air that I'm breathing, then I can find beauty in those things. But if it comes to like being completely delulu, I'm not gonna be completely delulu. Like, there are atrocities that go on daily in our lives in this world, and, I feel like it's our job, though, to keep people's hopes up and be optimistic because, like, even though we see what's going on, we need to continue. Like, you have to just grow a pair and continue, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, what do
yeah.
you think, Anna?
Same, same, same. Like, I mean, if there's like pedophiles out there. Like, that's nothing beautiful about that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, at all. But in bad circumstances, like, unfortunately, when bad things happen to people, it forces us to have to look for some kind of beauty in it. Like, so you could say that bad things that happen to people then force them to have to be resilient and bounce back and have more compassion for other people. So in that regard, sure, but those things should never happen to people. You know what I mean? So it is a yes and
Yeah.
no. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like we're forced
Okay.
to have to find the beauty in some things. Okay. So I'm
Here's
doing this
this
one right
one.
now. I'm shuffling on this one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
I
I'll let
saw
you
it. Okay. So no. Yes, but no, like, he'll come back, but he's never gonna commit to you. Like, he will do exactly the same thing he's doing to his girlfriend right now to you, like, literally the same thing. This guy is, um, uh, 3 of Swords, like, heartbreak. This is a person that doesn't know what they want, um, and also really full of himself. 9 of Cups, like, really full of himself. So, thinks that, so I would not wait for that. I would say you deserve someone that's going to commit to you fully and be there for you fully. And if you're like, let's just put it this way: best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. So if he has a girlfriend and he's cheating on her with you, just rest assured, guaranteed that you will be the girlfriend at some point that he is also cheating on. And that's how those people operate. They don't change. Like, people don't change. Okay, like, they don't, like, people that, like, they have to have a come to Jesus moment, right? Like, if they're going to change, and I don't know what
Yeah.
would precede that, like, what would, facilitate that, but I'm
The
saying,
only way would be for the exact same thing to happen to him
and
exactly
break
the
his
same
heart.
way for him to
Yeah,
get it.
yeah. So, but that's not
It's
your
just
job.
not gonna
Not your
happen.
job. You
Yeah.
deserve someone that cares about you and is gonna be there for you, like, and there is somebody out there for that for you, like, don't settle. That's settling. And 2024 is all about not settling, guys. Like,
We don't settle.
you're so better than that. We deserve all of it and a bag of chips, damn it. Like, I'm serious, and a freaking milkshake and whatever else you want. Like, none of this, like, half-assed guy stuff. Like, what? No.
No.
Set your
If
standards
he's got a
higher and you will
girlfriend,
be
he's
met.
got a girlfriend, honey. You don't want sloppy seconds. Tell him
Yeah,
goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. There's
yeah.
in the sea,
I
and
mean,
even if there's not, I'm not gonna be putting up with something like that, you know?
right. I mean, because it just, like, it's just it's showing him that you'll tolerate that. So, of course, then he'll continue to do it because you already did it. Like, that's how you met. You know what I mean? Like, so it's
It's
bad. Like, so, I
bad
mean, and
and
then we've been there. Both of us have had this happen. We've both done this. Like,
yeah,
we've both been that person. Like, we're not talking shit. Like, we don't know what we're talking
no,
about. We both have been there, and, like, it doesn't get better. And not in my
yeah,
experience, never did. It's always the same shit. Just, they promise you that they will never do that to you, but they absolutely would. So, it's a character issue, right? Like, character. There's
yeah,
like
yeah.
morals and character, like, like, you don't cheat on people. Like, you shouldn't. If you're gonna be in a relationship, stay in the relationship. If you don't want to date the person, then break up with them, right? Like, that should be easy. I don't know.
Like, just be an adult and don't lie.
Yeah,
That's
or have an open relationship if that's what you want, like, but don't lie about it.
but, like, don't
Lying's
lie about
bad.
it,
Oh, I just
you
got the
know?
devil.
Because if you give people your expectations clearly and upfront, then you don't have much room for, miscommunication.
Right. Yeah,
And
but
then if
it's
they
but
don't want what you want, then you can leave. That's the beauty of
yeah,
it.
there's nothing wrong with that. Holding out for something better is not a bad thing. It's not.
So,
It's not.
northern elements.
Ooh,
What do I need to
rest.
do to heal from my concussion? Well, you need rest and you need to not be driving. And you know what? Play Tetris. It's just like EMDR.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, you'll be using both sides of your brain back and forth,
Ooh.
and it helps retrain your brain to focus. So I would definitely try that. And also, I'll
Sleep.
send everybody some Reiki who's watching right now
Mhm.
while Anna answers the next one.
Mm. Mm. Let's see. Ugh. Um, we are.
Did you find one?
I'm looking. I'm trying to figure out what like go through and help me. Let's see. I see a lot of
Okay.
doubles questions though.
Fire Woman 5 says healing. I feel somebody's lower back pretty bad tonight. I don't know who that is.
Mm. Will my ex get busted soon? I
Fire
like
Woman 5 says she hasn't been she's been talking to Barney, but she can't connect with him. That's right.
I like
That's
this question I just
hilarious.
saw.
Um, I'm gonna be sending some more healing tonight. Here's for you, Anna.
Okay. General messages you need to know that yes, I already know this one because I heard it earlier. You are getting messages. They're giving you messages. You need to listen to them. So there's a couple things that have happened recently. Like the dream was first and foremost, but you have other there's other things. You're getting like just those voices in your head, your conversations in your head that you're getting where you're like coming up with random stuff. Like those are um yeah, it's about healing. There's some healing here. Like you need to do some healing on with yourself and come to terms with some stuff about family stuff. I don't know what that means, but some family relational, I don't know, like seeing things for what they are, um, instead of a sugar-coated version. And also come into your own magic because like you're in denial about it. And there's some stuff that's going to be uncovered coming up here soon, so be prepared for that. Like as you like start this healing like something about your family, some healing stuff. I don't know. Like you need to do some kind of work with that, and then it's going to dredge up some other stuff. So it's like the message is that it's going to be a process. It's not happening overnight. Does that make sense? Like it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be a while, a long time of it. But yeah, you need to do it. That's what I heard. So be listening to the voices that you get. Your intuition's not wrong. Yeah, and then like there's lots of hope on the other side of this. So whatever has been bad or not so great is temporary, not forever.
I'm looking down the list. I'm trying to find where we're at right
I
now.
know.
Thank
Yeah,
you everyone so
yeah,
much
yeah.
for just watching us
Yeah,
and
yeah,
tuning
yeah,
in.
yeah. We've been like spazzing out while reading the comments. Yeah, I was
All
like, hey,
right.
with our faces in the camera, like, oh, Yeah.
I know. Okay. Lala Mama.
Okay.
Angels, ancestors, guides, help. Okay. So first of all, you have Archangel Raphael and Archangel Michael around you a lot. And it feels like you're in kind of a bad situation, but you're looking to get out and it's gonna come soon. Like you're what you've been asking for is gonna come, but you've got to get out of where you're at right now geographically. I feel like you have to move in order for things to get better. Let me know if that makes sense to you. Um, but you also have ancestors watching over you as well. I see a grandfather figure.
Mm, okay.
Okay, let's see.
Oh,
Nothing smelling. I'm so anxious. Okay, that was another one. Let's see. Does any spirit
happening.
have a message for me, Persephone? Anna, do you want to
Oh, okay.
use the cards for
Um,
that
yeah,
one?
I mean, I have High Priestess here and um, yeah, what's this one? Two swords. Yeah, so like regarding some decision that you're like regarding like some fork in the road or some like, making option A or option B, uh, you really need to listen to your gut on this, whatever it is, because you don't have all the information you need. And so you're gonna have to rely on your inner knowing, I guess, is what it is. I don't know. I don't know if this is work related or something, but it looks like let me see. Let me pull some more cards. What else? Like, it looks like you have to make some decision coming up here, and it's like you need to trust yourself. You need to trust your own thoughts about it. See. Okay. Yeah. So if you trust your own thoughts about it, you'll end up in a good place. If you don't, and you listen to everybody else, it's not going to go well for you. I feel like I don't know what I'm talking about at all, but it's like something I don't know. Like it's like you gotta go that way or this way. Pick one or the other. You know
Mhm.
what's right for you. So like it's like if you know what's right for you, stop listening to everybody else's like opinions because they're not you. Like so I don't know if that has to do with an actual choice or if it's just talking in general about like how you operate, or maybe putting too much stock in other people's opinion of you. When it should be you caring about yourself, right? I don't know. Stephanie, got anything like that? Oh shit.
Yeah, I see the crossroads that you're talking about actually by a signal of Papa Legba or Hecate
Mhm.
both showing up.
And money too. I don't know why, but money keeps popping up too, like money cards. So I don't know if that's like,
Yeah, it's a decision.
yeah, I'm not sure.
No.
But yeah, but you know best. So go with your stance on it. Whatever your opinion is the one that you should follow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just saw this card for the first time. This is pretty dope. Look at this. Look at that one. I've never seen it before.
Cute.
Well, money's an issue. Okay, cool. Okay.
Oh,
So, I
there
mean,
we
I'm
go.
sorry, that's
Okay,
not
so
cool. Yeah, but
affirmation. Yeah.
yeah,
Should I adopt a cat? Yes. Yes, absolutely yes. It will bring you so much joy.
and pee in your house. And cat hair.
Okay, either of you know where I've managed to lose my keys today? I guess they are in the house somewhere. I feel like the deities are telling me to slow down because I spent hours looking. Actually, I think you got brownie.
Brownie.
Oh, jeez.
You'll find an extra Tupperware lid in the exchange that doesn't go to anything, right? This fucking thing.
It's where the left socks go. It's
Yeah,
where, just odds and ends and knickknacks go.
yeah.
It's where all the forks go, but somehow you still have a ton of spoons. Like,
Look in the freezer. I'm just kidding. So there was one time where that's where my keys were. Like when I lived in this haunted house. Like I came home from work, I put my keys on the hook by the front door, like I did every day. I went to go leave to go back to work. I was just home for lunch really quick, and I brought food, so I didn't even go into my kitchen. Okay, like there's that, and like I go to leave and I can't find my keys, and I'm flipping out, and like it took me like an hour, and then I went to get something to drink, and I opened the freezer to get ice, and there they are, just like sitting on the ice machine. I was like, damn it, I was late for work. So I don't know. Check the ice box just in case. Yeah, brownies, like elves or fairies, sprites, like the
They're
elementals that
from the
come
Fey
and mess with you.
world. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
real. They're just lower dimension beings.
I mean Scotland and Ireland sure believe that. They won't mess around with those mounds at all. They'll like bolt all the way around them.
No.
They do not mess around with
Yep.
that. Yeah.
No, they
So,
don't. They
what's
think
the
it
next?
for
Where are we
real,
at?
for real.
Yeah, for real, for real.
Um, okay, so I wanted to address Lala Mama. Actually, on my site, under spiritual counseling, I do remote house cleansings and I can cleanse your house if you need. So it's on my site. I do it for a lot of people. I've had success 100%. So if you need that, that's what we're here for.
Where are we? What's the next question? Where are we at? Because I feel like actually a lot of questions in here. I'm like, good.
Let me see.
Yep.
Laurel said me lower back pain happens a lot these days. I might be cleaning in the garage. Okay. Brand new built home. Thank you so much. That was so helpful. Okay, let's see. What else? Oh, this one's a good one. Anna's good at
Yeah,
these.
yeah. This is one okay. So I didn't want to jump to that one if it wasn't in the queue, but it is okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, my middle son ever find someone and has he been single this whole time, or is he divorced or something? Like, what's his status? Let's see. Money. Focus on money. Yeah, there's hope. Looks like he's just focusing on other stuff right now. Anyway. And he's maybe difficult. I don't know. Maybe a little. Is he difficult? Like, is he a little difficult with his personality? I don't know. I see a lot of the it was a 5 of swords, so that's like fighting, like a lot of, I don't know, it could be internal in his head, like himself, or it could be just having like, combative attitude, maybe, or something, but it could be just him being difficult with himself, like we all do. I do anyway. Um, um, then I see, let's see, what's that about? Why is that there? Let me see. Yeah. Let's see. Single, never had a very long relationship. Okay. So, yeah, like I'm seeing, okay, so like, I don't know, but like, I feel like he does things like maybe too fast. Like he's too aggressive. Like the chariot is here. Like, so it's like, I feel like this energy is like maybe overwhelming for some people. I don't know. Like, or he's coming off in a weird way, like in a way that's like making people like, I don't know. Like there's something here.
Like
Like he's
intense?
not, what?
Intense?
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe it's intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, like intense, or yeah, like let's see. So I guess he gets friend zoned a lot, like maybe, like it looks like I get, like people like you can be my friend kind of thing. I'm not sure why that is. Does he drink?
Guys, we can take a couple more questions
Yeah.
if anybody has any more left. Oh, okay, that makes sense. This
What?
one right here.
Ah, darn it, damn it. I'm sorry they were in the freezer for you. I was hoping that would help it work out for you. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. 100% now. Oh, that makes sense. All right. Jesus Christ. I didn't want to say that. I wasn't going to say that. Like, I would never say that. But that is what I'm seeing. Like, 100%. Because I'm seeing that there's like this, there's an issue with social cues, right? Like, there's an issue with the social cues where, like, there's not like, so yeah, there's hope actually, 100%. So this makes one total sense now. He will be happy, but here's the thing, like he might need to have like a coach, right? Like there's people that coach for this, just to help people with this, high functioning autism to be able to read cues from people, like especially in this arena, which is like, romance, because it can be like they can be very domineering in a conversation because they don't take the cue, the social cues about like letting other people talk or whatever it is, right? Like, I'm not sure exactly his situation, but I do see the chariot, which makes me feel like he's like really go 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 like about it. So if he like somebody, he's like on top of it, like, and that might be too much, like overwhelming and scare people off. And then also a little bit like the argumentative thing now makes sense because like, yes, like when, I used to teach, that's my first teaching position was working with 2E students, right? Like, so I'm very well familiar with like how we would have conversations and it can be like that. So if he can get a coach for that, like they have people like that are really great at helping them kind of navigate that dating scene. Would be really helpful. I had a couple students that did that and they were successful with that, and they ended up getting like engaged. I don't know if they actually got married, but hey, hopefully they did. But yeah, but it's also scary, it's a scary thing. So oh, I don't know where she went, but I think we just lost Stephanie. But yeah, hopefully that helps. Like yeah, so I wouldn't worry too much, Mom, because I think like your worry is gonna make him worry, like because they're very intuitive on that stuff. They can pick that up, right? They're gonna know that you're stressed out. It's like don't try not to be stressed out about it. How old is he? You mind me asking? Like, I mean, we'll see. Yeah, so like this is about, this autistic thing is I don't know, you probably already know, it's called theory of mind, right? Like that's what there's a thing. It's like it's hard for them to comprehend that there's a different opinion other than theirs, or like that if they like something, everybody else has to like it, kind of thing. And that's pretty typical. But they if you explain that, they can, like if they're explained properly, then they can get past that. Like I loved working with those students. I loved it so much. I had the best time. They were so intelligent and like so about their hobbies, like so cool. Um, but like it's just about finding the right fit, somebody that also is like neurodivergent would be a good thing. And where'd you go, girl?
Sorry, we have a storm here in Fresno and
Oh, you
like
do?
yeah, again.
Yeah. So yeah,
So
Angie, like I'm telling you, like this is totally doable here. Like if especially I just, he needs to be a little coached, okay? Like probably by I don't know, probably not by you, but like by somebody else to just have him navigate through, like literally walk through like what do you do on a date, you know? Because like to us that might come easy, but like to somebody that's a high functioning autistic, it does not. Like just human interaction alone is like stress. It's already stressful. I'm not. I'm on the spectrum. So like, and I found that out at 40 years old. So like, I think about how awkward I am and like how the things I do that are weird right? And make people freak out. So yeah, like I can see it. But I have no problem dating. It's because I figured out like, I'm also female. Like it's easier. We've had to mask our whole lives, right? But
yes.
for guys, they need to be less controlling in the situation, less intense, and more about the girl. And that's really sometimes hard for autistic people to do unless they're told about it. Then they can obsess over it and like do it right, like so. This is totally doable. Like I'm super excited for you actually because it's gonna be fine. Just try not to stress about it because your stress is gonna make him stressed out, because they hella pick up on that. Hella, you know that already. So yeah, he's got hope in the future. Just maybe talk if he has friends, like, maybe ask one of his buddies to like help him out or something. Yeah, like the coaching. God, I just literally saw this, like, and I can't remember what it's called. If I can find it right now, I'll send you a chat and let you know, okay? Like what the actual title is for this. God damn it.
What coaching?
Like for like dating coaching for autistic people. Like what they're
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that would be great.
No, it's really great because it actually works because they listen and they take the information and they apply it, right? Because they have like they want to do it. And if it makes sense, if the person makes it make sense for them, then they can break those different barriers that they have, right? Yeah.
My daughter would
So
benefit from that for sure.
oh, you're welcome. Thanks, Northern Elements. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, I worked. This is my first teaching foray was into 2E students in high school, and they were kicked out of the district. They were the kids that like the district didn't want to deal with anymore. I loved them so much. They were like my kids. I freaking loved them. They were great. And I was appalled by the fact that the district, whatever, the schools suck, you know. Yeah, I know your son on this is a spectrum. Yeah, I got that. I got you. He's so intuitive. Yeah, he is. Because that's one of their gifts. Like they are very able to like. It's weird. It's like it's almost like they miss the social cues, but they get the intuitive cues. Like, and it's there's like this, like I don't know. It's like maybe one compensates for the other, but
Mhm.
let me see if I can find that like title, what it's called. So I can tell you guys.
While you're doing the other readings, I'm gonna continue with my distance Reiki.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes. Mm. Okay, I'm putting in the chat.
Oh, awesome.
I have more. Mm-mm.
Oh, that's perfect. I'm actually gonna use those with my daughter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And do we have time for anybody else?
Yeah, I
Or
could do. Let's
or-
see. Let me see. Let me go. I didn't realize he was going to send it 3 times each message. Sorry. So there's chat. There's links in the chat now. It's only 3 different services. One's from NPR. It's a podcast about it, but then the other 2 are actual links for different services, and it does look like it's covered by insurance and stuff like that. So that's good. Yeah, you know what? They are a BS meter. That's absolutely true. Like, yeah, I know when people are lying to me.
Mhm.
I could feel it. Like I know, and like, yeah, that's the thing. And we're freaking honest and blunt. Like I have no filter. Say whatever the hell I want. People don't like that, you know. They don't like it, but too bad, you know. Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, okay. And then Genevieve, what's your question? I don't see it. Genevieve, if you're here, what's your question? Because you're next in line.
You are welcome, guys.
Yeah. Okay. You're welcome, Shania. Shania. So bad at name. Oh, yes. I want to read your question. Yes. I want this one. Let's find out. Will Genevieve's ex get busted soon? Okay. Oops. Busted for what? Like, is he busted for crime? Is it crime? Okay. So, I mean, did he bring attention to himself somehow? Oh, you're welcome, Persephone.
Yeah,
You're
you guys are
welcome.
so
Yeah.
welcome. All of you. Thank you.
Yeah. Crime. Okay. So Genevieve, it looks like he's maybe brought some unwarranted attention on himself because maybe he was acting like a dummy. Like maybe living a little bit. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like it looks like he's been not doing. Like he's being. I don't know. He's playing tricks. Like he's doing something. Like something that's bringing attention to him. And then
Something
the world
shady.
card's here, so that's like that's gonna come to an end. So I'm not sure if it's busted, but like something's ending. So like, like his little shenanigans are gonna be over one way or another. So we'll say that it's busted, yes. So it's not something else. Um, if that makes sense. Like, so it looks like he's been just being a little bit of a ostentatious idiot and you know, drawing attention to himself, and it's gonna come back on him and bite him in the ass. But right now he thinks he's got it all covered. He thinks he's got it all taken care of. He thinks he's a magician, tricking people and stuff, but he's not gonna last. It's not lasting. So yeah, it's gonna be over. So yeah, you're welcome. I hope that helps. Sorry.
I want
Okay.
to answer Persephone. Brownies are
Yeah.
not like gremlins. It's okay. Just leave them knickknacks. They love knickknacks. And then things will start turning up. I know this.
Knickknacks.
Yeah.
Paddywhacks.
And then Razian says,
Uh,
okay, so this would be my thing. Names of spirit guides in your future in medical school. Your future in medical school is good, but you're going to take a turn and do something you did not expect. Like you're going to specialize in something you did not expect. Some sort of specialty. I don't know. I keep seeing the lungs.
Heart. Yeah, that area.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Pulmonary.
your spirit guides, I don't know names, but well, no. Okay, sorry. Okay, Juliet is one. And then George is
Oh,
another. And then James is another. And they all watch over you. There's three of them, and they're in really elegant clothing, like from the 1920s. It's very interesting.
fancy.
And but they watch over you, and you're gonna be just fine. And it's all gonna go well, so don't worry. And then let's see.
Oh, Genevieve, no problem. I forgot about that. Yeah. Um, no problem. I'm glad it's working out. Like, just keep free of this person. Like, get away from this person. You don't want to be caught in the freaking, crossfire or whatever. I don't even know. God forbid that's actual what I just said. Okay, so yeah, stay away. Okay, please.
Yes,
That's serious.
I agree with that. Stay away.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna make dinner for my kid. Before I'm
Okay.
a terrible mom again.
Thank you guys
Wait,
so
I gotta
much
get my kid his
all
food.
for being here. And
Yeah.
we appreciate you, and we'll see
Yep.
you next week.
Okay, guys. Yep. Love y'all. You guys are awesome.
Bye.